Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome, Benjamin.
Yeah, I got the Sony ZV-E10 right here. Let's go.
Fabulous.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, buddy.
Okay, take care.
Flow nice. You should open your heart. I wanna see what you're so like. Low life, but I'm telling you to go to
What I'm holding right here is the Sony a6600. It's been my main camera here on the channel at Half Man Half Tech, and right now I have it paired with the Rode Video Mic NTG that you see on top of the camera. And the lens that I'm using, my lens of choice of course, is the Sigma 16mm f1.4. This camera has a crop, so the 16mm gives me this wide depth of view, and this is how it looks here. So the reason I'm recording this is because I'm going to be getting a new update to my camera. Well, I've been using my sister's camera as a B-roll camera, the top-down angle that you see in most of my videos, but this time around I'm going to be getting something compact and small that is affordable and that is a budget-friendly Sony camera. So come along and I'll go show you what it is that I'll be getting.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome, Benjamin.
Yeah, I got the Sony ZV-E10 right here. Let's go.
Fabulous.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, buddy.
Okay, take care.
So I just made it in studio with the Sony ZV-E10. This is how the box looks. In case you're wondering why I put this tape here, it's just to cover some serial numbers until I am able to register this product for added warranty. So yeah, the box is pretty much standard Sony boxing, and the packaging is really good. Of course, my box has this lens that it's supposed to have, but because I only wanted the body, the guys were good enough to remove this, and that's why it's there. If you buy the body only, you won't see this picture. And here it just has imprint of the Sony ZV-E10. This side has the Sony Alpha section, and then this side has, you know, the Sony ZV-E10 model number and the kit lens that it's supposed to come with. And here they have some product identification numbers, and then the Sony E-mount brand. This is where we started, and underneath the box you can pretty much see what it states and then some of the things that come inside the box. So now let's go ahead and unbox this guy. Okay, this is the box, and first things first, they send you this Sony manual, more paperwork here, and then here is reference guide for the Sony ZV-E10. And then here again, more paperwork for the interchangeable lens for the camera. Here, I think it's the same, but just a different language. And then here, there's again more paperwork. So it seems like, yeah, it does come with a lot of paperwork, and then some of the things, accessories that you can buy for your camera right here. Now let's go ahead and see some of the products that come with the camera. The first thing is this, so we'll take it out. This is the Sony, it says it's the W battery, so it's not the Z battery that comes in the Sony a6700 or 6600. This one is slightly smaller, so if you're going to be shooting outdoors in the way, I do recommend you carry a charger, or you carry multiples of this, at least 3 batteries or more. What's this? So this is the wind mount for the Sony ZV-E10, and it just clips right on top of the camera. Next, USB-A head and a USB-C to USB-A cable. Now this is the moment that you've been waiting for. I would just highlight the strap. It doesn't actually come in any sort of packaging or box like what some of the other stuff did, so we'll put it back. And this is the moment that you have all been waiting for. Nothing left in the box. We'll just put that camera here and we'll unbox it right now. Now you can see that this is a cover that I got from the guys, since it's supposed to have a lens technically, so they gave me this. And now when you remove it, you can see the sensor for the Sony ZV-E10. Looks pretty clean, untouched, and this is how the camera looks from the top view. Now they do have, unlike the Sony a6600, they have a dedicated recording camera right on top. The 6600 had it right here, and it was so small, kind of annoying. Here you can see where it is, and this is the on button. this is the button that you use to switch between the different modes. And then this, if you have a zoom, if you buy the kit lens, you can be able to zoom in and out using that. And these are basically the functions of it that it has. This is the main control section. If I flip out the screen, this is how it looks. I can rotate it like this. That's as far as it goes. And then I can rotate it up to this angle like this. Now, if you want to look at the bottom, this is how it looks here, and this is where your W battery goes in, and then this is where your memory card goes in right there. So you can see there, and then you can press this if you want to interchange your lens, and you do have a marker to help you or guide you. This side where your arm grips, it's a good thing there's nothing that plugs in or goes in that section, so it's pretty much plain. And then this side here, you can see they have separated the microphone input, so it's right here on top. And then if you open this up, I wish it was like a press to open, but you do have to stick your nail or a sharp object in to be able to flip it out. So if your screen is open like this, sometimes it's annoying because you have to tilt the screen back and then, you know, open it up like this. But you can see the USB-C charging port or multimedia port right there, and then this is the micro HDMI connector, and then this port here is for audio monitoring. The red one is where your microphone goes, and basically this is the Sony ZV-E10. When you get it initially and it's, you know, you haven't unboxed it or done anything to it, it won't have any charge, so I had to charge it in order to be able to turn it on. And I actually forgot I need to put in the battery to be able to see how this bad boy would turn on. So let's do that right now without a memory card. So we'll turn it on just to show you that it goes on. So yeah, I have about 60%, and this button switches between the S and Q. It also switches between the camera. Right now it's intelligent camera mode, and then intelligent video mode. Of course, you still have your video settings and then menus that you can set up to set it according to your need. Let me know if you want to know how I set up my camera and the different menu settings that I put for the Sony ZV-E10. Let's do a video comparison with the ZV-E10 versus the Sony a6600. That's 2 times the price of this little guy. So right now, the video and audio that you are listening to is coming live from the Sony ZV-E10. This is how it looks. I'm rocking this camera with the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens, and it's right now it's on f1.4. ISO is about 400, and I have the ISO set on auto for now. But yeah, I'm literally at arm's length. I have my arm stretched all the way, and compared to my other camera, the Sony a6600, the Sony ZV-E10 is supposed to have better and improved camera, even though it comes in at literally almost half the price. So at the time I'm recording this video, the Sony ZV-E10 comes in at 899 Canadian dollars, so literally like 900 Canadian dollars, and the Sony a6600 comes in at around about $1,900. This is the bad boy that I'm talking about, the Sony a6600. It has been my main camera for a while now. So since I have this bad boy for now, I'm going to go ahead and see how this wind mount that I have with my Sony ZV-E10 will affect the audio. See, we have this wind mount. I'm literally indoors and I don't have product review on, so that's why you saw the focusing going in and out. But yeah, this is how it looks, and this is how it sounds with the inbuilt microphone on the Sony ZV-E10 without the wind mount. So I'm just gonna go and pop this guy on. Boom. So this is how the Sony ZV-E10 sounds with the wind mount put in place. Let me know, does it sound good or does it sound pretty much the same? I'm literally indoors and the space I am has no soundproofing whatsoever. So what you're listening to right now is coming from the Sony ZV-E10 with the wind mount right on top of the the microphone input. So this is how the audio sound. Let me know how it sounds. Does it sound better without the wind muff put in place, or does it sound worse? Right now I've upgraded my camera. I'm now using the Sony a6600 with the Sigma 16mm f1.4, and the sound you're listening to is coming from the inbuilt microphone of the Sony a6600. Something that I noticed about the Sony a6600, I don't know if it's maybe the screen that's wider, because it's slightly a bigger camera with a bigger battery, the Sony a6600, so I can see more, you know, of what the lens is capturing, unlike the Sony ZV-E10 that I have here. So that's positive, I guess, with this Sony a6600. And then also with the Sony a6600, since the flip out screen is just above the lens on top of the camera, I noticed that, you know, there's a difference. Instead of holding the camera to the side like this, like I was doing with the Sony ZV-E10 a little bit, as I had to see this little flip out screen, this guy. So with the Sony a6600, it's on top, and it's a matter of just glancing like this, but then it's only an advantage if you don't have a camera like the Rode VideoMic NTG to put on top of your camera. Now let me know, does the Sony a6600 sound better than the Sony ZV-E10, or does the Sony ZV-E10 sound better than the Sony a6600? So this is how the Sony a6600 inbuilt microphone sound. The sound is just on auto, and it's paired with the Sigma 16mm f1.4. My f-stop is on f1.4, and I have auto ISO right now. Another thing to keep in mind is that this camera, the Sony a6600, is a bit heavier than the Sony ZV-E10. So even though I'm holding it, you know, like at arm's length like this, it is getting a little bit heavy, and my left hand is getting tired. And unlike the Sony ZV-E10, the Sony a6600 doesn't come with this wind muff that the Sony ZV-E10 comes with. Since the Sony a6700 just came out, and it's apparently for pre-order, and the Sony, last time I checked, which was like a day ago, the Sony a6600 was the same price as the Sony a6700. So the 6600 should be going down a little bit pretty soon. And let me know if that's a video that you want to see, and compare the Sony ZV-E10 to the Sony a6700 or to the 6600 as well. So stay safe, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
It don't matter what he say, don't matter what she say, don't matter what they say. Regalia AK, guns for Mayday. I'm not a law-abiding citizen. I come to paralyze the leader red. Rumors antagonize the dinner dates. Some devastation from the paper pen. I make the papa leader red. I only meditate, some kill it. Vanilla, don't spill the conscience, steal the kids. Once was affected, I no longer breathe. I'm wide awake in the atmosphere, solitaire. Feeling obligated, stupid, serenaded bread. I got a baby, scrutinize the lady, sick and tired of wavy, seated like the